Morning, everyone. Another Hangout stream while y'all watch me write and I finish some commissions. Hopefully, it's a good Tuesday for you guys. Just doing a little bit of busy work. Figured I'd turn the camera on and hang out with you guys while I got a little bit done. Normal the cat, what are you doing? You have lost your mind, son. Hang on a second, guys. Boy, I know you are not chasing sunbeams on top of my computer. Hey, Cindy. Glad you could make it. Oh, cool. Don't you do it. Turn my computer off and we're going to have some problems. Somebody's chasing sunbeams on my wall on top of my computer. Being just the wildest little Dickens over here. He is cute. He's just being rambunctious today. A rambunctious old boy. Just finishing up a little bit of commission work, working on the next Mortician story. Doing a little bit of work on my Goosebumps story for the Goosebumps podcast that I work on too. And probably at some point today, I'm gonna start working on more Cashmere Halloween stuff. I've got a few in the can already, but that's going to be probably about 10 or 12 new Cashmere stuff. Oh, let's have a look here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, about 10 new Cashmere Halloween stories. So that'll be fun. Oh, I need to check on that. I did, Leah, but when I tried to open it, it said I needed authorization. So let me see if you want to go ahead and send me another one. I guess I let that one sit too long. It seemed like it was only a couple hours, but I guess I guess you got to hit them quick. I would, from what you've told me about it, I'd really like to read that one on the channel next. Um, there, I sent you a request for access. But yeah, I'd really like to read that one next. After Halloween, of course. Like I've got some guest stories for this week and next week, and then I want to read the Halloween story winners. Which, if you guys are entering the Halloween writing contest, it close off will be tomorrow. So get your stories in before tomorrow. But yeah, I want to read that one on the channel probably in November because it looks really cool. From what you've told me, it looks really cool. Hey, Osiris, we're glad you could make it, man. We're just kind of hanging out. Not really getting up to much of nothing, honestly. I feel like that's about all I'm doing is lurking. Just kind of hanging out. These daytime streams are kind of fun, though. Like, it's always nice to see who shows up. Don't they just? I feel sometimes the way about my cats. Sometimes I'm like, there's four of you and your cats. How do you guys make such a mess? Ow. Hello. Hey, Lou. Glad you could make it. Feel that. Does sound pretty good. I'm thinking longingly about the chicken eggs and on my counter in there. Maybe, a little ham, a little cheese. Make myself an omelet. Hey, Brandon. Oh, my brother's supposed to be coming in probably the next 2 or 3 days. Probably the next 4 days, I guess. Supposed to really start doing some farm work after that. Probably my Tuesday and Thursday live streams will be in the afternoon at that point. Supposed to clear some land to put down some new chicken pens and stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't seen him in probably, I don't know, 2 years now. He's moving in close too. I guess we're going to like clan fam up here. 5. Honestly, we've been doing the math, and I think we're going to build 2 pens that'll house 25 apiece. So we'll have probably about 55 chickens in all, probably. Because Susan wants to keep her chickens separate. They've got pedigrees and bardic heraldry and whatnot. So they've got to, we got to keep them separated from my stinky old dirt chickens. I think at that point we're probably going to sell some eggs too. I think that's the plan. Is we'd like to start selling some of the eggs. I've got a couple of those. They're just not of laying size yet. I've got to get my rooster to start fertilizing some so I can make my own pedigree chickens here. It's a good place to head. We live far enough out in the country. They pretty well let us do whatever we want to do. Oh, darn. your head. I'm gonna get your head. What? Are you grumpy because I won't let you sit in my lap? Well, fun fact, eggs that you get out of a chicken pen, you can actually leave on the counter for up to a month as long as you don't wash them. Like, they've got a protective coating on them that you want to wash off before you eat them, but it keeps them fresh for probably like 2 to 3 weeks, probably not a whole month. But I mean, that tracks because, like, if your chickens are incubating the eggs, then they've got to sit on them for a while. So, you would want some way to keep them from rotting out underneath them, I suppose. Don't you go in there. No, sir. You stay out of my room. Ah, you have a tenuous bladder, my man. And I don't need to wash my sheets again. Thank you. Come on. Come on. I'll let you out. There you go. Hey, Steven. Good to see you. We're just kind of hanging out and watching me work on commissions. Chitty chatting a little bit. Man, we've got quite a crowd today. Goodness. Don't usually get quite that many. Glad to see so many people. Okie dokie. I think I've got the Midst of Mayhem, but couldn't hurt. Like I definitely want to read that one too. I want to read both of them on the channel eventually. I'd love to give it too. It sounds pretty cool. What you've told me about so far, it sounds really cool. Oh, hope you guys got plenty of sleep last night. I was out late door dashing, and I definitely did not. Well, you tell Lance I really want to see it, and I might actually give him a couple of more days if he needs such. But I mean, if I get stories after the 15th, I'll probably gonna be judicial about it. I mean, so far we've only had 2 entries, so I would really like to get a few more. It does sound like a Stephen King book. Hey, Majin J, we're glad you could make it. Just kind of hanging out, watching me write stuff, so pull up a chair. Those are my favorite. I feel that, Leia. I feel like I have less time after I retired than I did beforehand. Oh, goodness. Me too. Sleep deprived is the worst. I always joke about having a nap after these things, but I think I might after this one. Oh yeah, nap time's my favorite time. Big old stretch. I can't really fault them. Like I get it, but it never ceases to amaze me how many people tell me that like the cozy horrors are like they're like all you ever put is old stories, and I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Like it's just a compilation of old stories. Like I mean the new stuff is at night, you know. I don't know. I get where they're coming from, but like it's kind of the point, you know. Like that's the whole reason I do it. Like I don't know. I don't know if I've ever shared with you guys the reason behind the longer stories like that, but it's to keep the ads out of the night stories. Like as much as I want to bring you guys ad-free stories because I hate that ads break up the stories, you know, still got to pay bills and stuff. So I'm going to I got to put ads at the start and the end, but I don't want to put ads in the middle of my videos. That's shitty. So, I mean, I put the long ones in there so that I can time my ads for the beginning and the ending of stories. And it's like they're like, "But it's all old stories." Well, yeah, that's the point. Like I'm not going to, you know, the new stories are the show for that night. Like I can't just like throw you my new material before showtime, you know? I get it. They get repetitive and nobody wants to listen to the same story over again. But like it is something nice to break up the middle of the day. Um, I'm actually in the process of trying to figure out how Mr. Creepypasta does it, where he has this like 24-hour story stream. I've got a buddy that thinks he's figured out how I can do it. It's basically just a 24-hour live stream. Like I can't imagine the bandwidth on that thing, but you know, he says it couldn't be. He's like, you know, you should just, you know, go for it. It can't be. It's like it's not difficult. It's just time consuming. So he's gonna walk me through it. But I think before long, that's what we're gonna come to is like one of those 24-hour live streams where we just listen to a bunch of stories back to back. You know, you got to randomize them a bit so they're not the same every day. But I think by now I've got 24 hours worth of stories. Like it's got to be. If I don't, then it's got to be getting close. Like I said, I don't begrudge anybody that's like a little bit confused there, where they're like, you know, it's always just repeat stories. It's like, but that's the point. You know, that's what I'm doing it for. I don't know. That's just one of them. You know, I'm just rambling. Don't mind me. I think they will. I usually try to like gently let them know what's going on. It's like, you know, hey, you know, this is what we're doing. You know, this is what's going on. And I mean, you know, we've got a lot of new subscribers. Like, you know, some of them haven't heard the stories yet, so it's nice to, you know, let them let them experience the stories kind of organically rather than having to go to the lists and find them and go through everything. You know, just you know, finding them organically is kind of fun sometimes. I'll be the first to admit I recycle creep. I recycle cozy horrors. Like I've got so many of them that at this point there's almost a 2 year backlog on cozy horrors. I know people don't like the ones with the rain sounds. The crackling fire usually goes over better, but you know you do what you got to do, especially when you're updating 2 to 3 times a day. I mean, that and writing 5 new stories, 5 new stories every week. It's a lot. It definitely takes a toll. You got to cut corners where you can sometimes. Do I like it? No, not really. But you know, it helps me not lose my mind. Before long, I don't know if any of you guys do the whole Spotify thing, but before long, I'm probably going to start putting stuff back up on my podcast that I abandoned a few years ago. It's still on there, but really it's just another place to put stuff. Um, I need to be a little more diligent about that, honestly. Um, so much to keep up with, you know how it is. Like it's a lot sometimes. But I don't know. I really need to be. Oh, I really need to be more diligent about it. Just like I really need to be more diligent about putting stuff up on Reddit so that people see things. I got a little bit spoiled when I used to do trivia hosting. Like they gave us a they part of it was they wanted you to make playlists and things. So you got reimbursed for your Spotify premium account. Well, 3 months later, when the gig dried up, like I really just I was like, man, I can't go back. Like I'll pay it. I can't go back. Oh, goodness. I do believe I'm probably about to call it for the day and go get a nap. Um, Thanks for hanging out and watching me write stuff. It's always a pleasure, guys. I will catch you all next time, and I hope you all have a great day. Dr. Plague, signing off. Have a good one, guys.